Welcome along. In this deep dive, we're trying to get straight to the point on things. Today, we're looking at something pretty fundamental. Public versus private administration. We found this really concise one-minute explanation, so we're using that as our base.
Yeah, quick take.
And our mission really is just to unpack those key differences for you, how they actually affect the services and goods you run into.
Exactly. This isn't just theory, is it? It's about understanding the forces behind the organizations you interact with, like daily.
Okay, great. So let's jump in. Public administration first. Our source says the main goal is, well, serving the people. Seems simple enough.
Pretty much, yeah. Serving the public good.
But where does the money come from for that? The funding?
Right. That's crucial. It's primarily taxes.
Taxes, okay.
Yeah, and because that funding comes from, the whole community, the focus naturally shifts towards meeting the needs of that community.
Right. So to make it real, we're talking about things like police departments, public schools.
Police, schools, public health care in a lot of countries, that kind of thing.
The idea is service first, then, making sure essentials are available.
That's the principle, yeah. Providing things for everyone, ideally, not just those who can pay right at that moment.
Yeah.
Although, even with service first, there's definitely a growing focus on efficiency.
Oh, really? Even in public sector?
Yeah, making sure taxpayer money isn't wasted. It's not about profit, but being responsible with resources is still a big deal.
Okay, that makes sense. Now let's flip over to private administration. What's the core aim there?
Well, fundamentally, it's about maximizing profits. That's the main driver.
Profit. Okay. So decisions are kind of viewed through that lens.
Pretty much, yeah.
And how they get their funding. That's quite different too, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. Private outfits get their money mainly from investors, people looking for a return.
Right. And customers.
And customers, yeah. Buying their products, paying for their services. So that direct link between making money and, well, staying afloat is key.
We see this everywhere, don't we? Like the big tech companies, Apple, Amazon.
Yep, the giants.
But also, like the bakery down the street.
Exactly. From global corporations to your local shop, they fundamentally need to turn a profit to survive and, maybe grow. And what's interesting is how that profit focus can really push innovation.
How so?
Well, companies are always looking for an edge, right? Better products, better services, maybe lower prices. Anything to attract more customers and boost those profits. Competition drives that.
So if we boil it right down, the absolute core difference is that motivation. Serving the public versus chasing profit.
That really is the fundamental distinction. And it shapes, well, almost everything about how they operate. Their structure, their goals, their daily tasks. But it's also worth remembering the lines can blur sometimes.
How do you mean?
Well, private companies do contribute publicly, through jobs, taxes. And public organizations are often trying really hard to be more efficient, more business-like in some ways.
Okay, got it. And this leads to that interesting question from the source material.
Yeah.
Which do you think is more efficient?
And there's no easy answer there, is there?
No, definitely not. But it's something for you, the listener, to really chew on.
Right. Because efficiency can mean different things. Lowest cost, fastest service.
Or widest access.
Exactly. A private company might be super efficient at making one specific thing cheaply.
Yeah.
But maybe a public library's efficiency is measured differently. Like how many people use it, what resources it offers the community, different goals, different measures.
That's a great point. Okay, so let's wrap this deep dive up. The main takeaway. Public administration is really geared towards public needs, funded mostly by taxes.
Yep, service-oriented.
While private administration, driven by profit, funded by investors and customers.
Profit-driven, that's the core. And thinking about your own life, it's interesting to consider the trade-offs, what you gain and lose with each model.
Definitely. So here's a final thought to leave you with. Think about those examples again. Police versus Apple. Public schools versus that local bakery. How might those really different motivations, service versus profit and those different funding streams, actually impact the quality of what you get?
Yeah, or how easy it is for everyone to access it.
Right. Or even how quickly new ideas or improvements happen in those different areas.
It's definitely something to ponder as you go about your day.
We're thinking about.